Why is everything so red? Man, we're burning your ass in a fire. I've had enough of you. You ain't gonna stop me from getting rid of you. Oh boy. Oh shit. Chick please. Little children with little white masks on is where I draw the line. Oh boy. What the fuck's going on? Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, it cut away the fog that had been surrounding me and showed me the truth. -5 sanity. The mask, the common Kai Reina, was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear the mask. That day was when it started, when Reina became the mask bearer, when her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before has snapped into focus. Everything I need to put an end to this is in my hand. I mean, if that's really the only way of ending this, then I completely agree, because we don't want to... Why are we on a train? Oh, it does not look good outside. How long has it been, I wonder? A man in the sewer, a girl with red hair, memories and thoughts that aren't my own. I'm in over my head. I'm in over my head. I'm so stretched out, it feels like the slightest breeze could topple me, and each time I get close to the truth, something drags me farther away. I feel like I'm so close. All the threads are leading to one place, and yet I haven't stopped to think of what finding it means. I'm on a ride that I have no control over. I'm on a ride that I have no control over, and that's moving too fast to focus on what's passing me by. If only I could go back and slow down, give myself some time to think. Instead, I keep rushing forward towards the unknown. Before I went to Akiogara, I thought I had a handle on things. Then Reina showed up and turned it all on its head. My whole life, I've thought that if I only connected the dots and contextualized the clues, I'd make everything simpler and it'd all work out. This time, I'm not so sure. The only thing left to do is hold on tight and see where I end up. With me is a little wooden mask that so many died for, and now I'm using it myself. It doesn't feel right. It was her pain I felt back in the compound, the focal point to all of her misery. I wonder if it's the real Reina I've seen, or that girl long gone. No, what I felt in the compound and the misery I felt in the dark are the same. It's her. The mask, Reina, the dark, all tied to the door, despite everything I'd seen, and all the mysteries that had been explained to me. What awaited me there was still unknown. My only chance to see Kazuki again is to go into those filthy tunnels and find it. Only then do I have any hope of using it to change his fate. Fuck no. Something with that much power would have a cost, and it'd be forced... Something with that much power would have a cost, and I'd be forced to accept it without question. Nothing good's gonna come of that mask. Nothing. Takashi is gone, and as much as I'd like to save him, I don't think there's a good path of trying to save him. Nothing can ever be the same after today. My chance at a normal life disappeared the minute I took the mask from evidence. Or maybe it would have found its way back to me eventually. Makes me wonder, maybe she's right. Kazuki Tanaka, the man I suffered so much for, has been silent. Maybe he's not even down there anymore. I've seen what Reina's become as a result of the mask. Would that happen to me? Now that I know my way, is that what I really want? The horrible object was made out of the death of innocent people and fed hundreds of years later with more death. Why continue the cycle? I kind of agree. I say we should get rid of it. Why shouldn't I destroy it? I suppose that's obvious, because I'd be destroying Kazuki and Reina along with it. That may be true, but that may be at least better than them suffering. They'd be gone then. to be able to rest. If I don't act soon, it feels like the world will tear apart at the seams. The dark is creeping in at the seams, affecting people even if they can't see it like I do. I have to do something. The collector clearly brought that mask to the old lady, and then the old lady gave it to us. I don't trust the collector at all. She's clearly not of this world. I don't want to use anything like that. No. Shinjuku and Kamakura, the two places where my path started, are also where it has to end. This is it. I need to choose. Follow the thread further into the darkness or attempt to cut it and return to the light. The Kawanas claim that they can purify the mask and rid the world of its evil influence once and for all. They didn't say what happens after that. What will happen to Kazuki and Reina? That awful alley in Shinjuku is where the nightmare began and holds the entrance to the dark. My only chance to find Kazuki is return there with the mask and find the door. Maybe it's a chance to put an end to all this. As much as I would like to save Takashi, and as much as I'd like to go that route, I don't believe there's any good in going that way. I don't think there's any way to save him personally. What to do, though? Alright, well, here we go. I'm getting rid of it. Oh, why does it feel so dark here? Oh god, what's gonna happen? I feel strange to be back on these streets, knowing everything I do now. Ancient cults, a troubled family, and a girl named Reina, all united by the history of death and suffering caused by a simple object. All that meaningless death of innocent people, and for what? To protect mankind? To make us better? Don't make me laugh. No more. I've gone down this rabbit hole far enough. I refuse to be a slave to the mask any longer. I agree. I'll destroy it, turn it back to ashes, and do the world a favor. I mean, that's the best case scenario, that nobody else gets affected by it. My final defiant act as reality breaks apart at the seams. The Kawanas are waiting at the shrine. They know as well as I do the torment the mask brings with it. Let's hope the old woman can do what she says she can. Wonder how the bus stop dude's doing in the hospital. Man, look at this place. It's so gloomy and weird. Is it because we came here at night? Oh, look. The like, clothing or whatever these are, sheets or whatever, aren't covered in blood anymore. At least they're clean now. That's a good sign. Is our Raven Crow friend up there still? Doesn't appear to be. Oh, look at that. All the holy fucking hell. Oh, God. Maybe we made a bad choice. Look at the mask. You can fucking see it. Man, fuck off. Why is everything so red? Man, we're burning your ass in a fire. I've had enough of you. You ain't gonna stop me from getting rid of you. Yeah, fuck off. Man, you're spooky ass can burn in hell. Not again. I won't let you control me. Why now? Is it trying to stop me? Well, because it probably knows what we're gonna do. This mask born out of death and suffering shouldn't be in this world. Maybe those people were trying to restore things. Why am I thinking about that? I have to keep moving. What is this feeling? Fear? I'm afraid to go forward. I have to go back. No, fuck that. I can't move. Death. Everything about this place feels like death. What if I'm wrong? Kazuki, Reina, they could still be down there. That's what it wants. It's why I need to destroy it. Exactly my thoughts. But oh god, what will happen? Why is it pleading with me? Because it's trying to fucking screw with your head. All those lives trapped in the mask want to be free, don't they? Then why? I could still turn back. Now's my last chance. The fact that it's trying so hard to pull me the other way, nope. I'm so confused. What do I do? I'm not confused. Let me guess. You can go back. Leave Kamakura. Yep. You can piss off. I'm getting rid of your creepy ass. I ain't playing your game. We're doing shit my way. Bye-bye. Creepy ass bamboo forest. The fact that it's trying so hard to push me back the other way makes me like, nah, I'm doing things my way. I'm no puppet. Collector wondered if I'd be a puppet. Well, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not. Oh fuck, I don't know what we missed just then. You guys are gonna have to pause it and go back. I'm sorry. So you came after all. Yes, of course she did. She knew it was the right thing to do. You brought something, didn't you, from the compound? As much as I don't like you, old lady, I do agree with you. I believe you should learn from your elders, and she's clearly seen some shit. I've seen some things, man. I wouldn't recommend them. I did. I found an old wooden amulet. You were right. The darkness I felt there was the same. Seriously? Wait, this is actually real? Are you surprised by it as being real, considering? When I was there, I saw visions from the past of people who are gone now. I know about the ritual Tokimasa tricked them into performing. How could you have let it happen? She was just a girl. There's no answer I can give that would satisfy you. No answer? Is that the best you can do? That's why you fled, isn't it? You knew all about Tokimasa's ritual and what would happen to everyone who was left behind, yet you took Mai and Takashi and ran and did nothing to stop it. Stop it? What would have changed? Amiko knew what staying meant for her children, as well as I did. She was willing to die, however, Tokimasa told her to. I couldn't persuade my own daughter to save herself. You think I didn't try? The police never would have believed an old woman talking about ancient rituals. I had no choice. I mean, I get what you're saying. They were monsters. They weren't monsters. They were lost, looking for answers in a world that had none for them. Much like you, like us. In my years with the mask, I could hear them, sometimes in the darkness, along with voices I did not recognize. I always thought they were vengeful, restless, punishing me for my sins. Once we purify the mask, perhaps they will forgive us. Did you find the girl who's chasing you? This Reina? Did you ask her forgiveness? Forgiveness? I'm not sure if that's possible anymore. After everything that girl went through, all of her self-hatred and her sorrow are part of the mask now. I felt it all at this shrine the day I shot her. Do you think that this will put a stop to all of it? The whispers, Reina? All of the strange things we've seen? Atonement is a journey, one that expands past our time on this earth. It will at least allow us to take the first step to righting our own sins. Our sins, huh? Hold on. I've only ever done good luck rituals and harmless little blessings. This is different. Grandma, this is real. I don't know if I can do this. My, calm yourself. A ritual has meaning in its very act. It is the God's way of preparing us for the true test. You are a pure child. True test? Are you testing my patience? Because something about her seems off. You are a pure child, and combined with your will, the ritual will gain power. It will work. It must. Grandma, please tell me you're not doing something crazy, because everything you're saying is reminiscent of what we saw in that old rickety house with Reina. You're not going to try to sacrifice your own daughter, are you? Or granddaughter? I'm not sure. Why me? Because you are not corrupted by it. Only you can. You can bring your mother peace. Please, Mai, you have to try. I know you think it's crazy, but this mask has caused a lot of people to suffer. It doesn't matter if you believe us. Just do it, knowing that you will help me and your grandma move on. I don't know. I don't blame her for not wanting to be involved. She's seen some things, and I think she's seen enough. You haven't seen what we've seen, so I don't blame you for being skeptical, but you can believe in helping us, right? Well, if you don't believe in what's going on, then you have nothing to be afraid of, right? I just want all this to end. I just want this all to end. Me too. Every day it's been harder to keep things straight. And I think this mask is partly to blame. It's silly. I'm not religious, never have been. But I want this all to stop, to be normal again. I want to believe that it will work. And in you. So please, I'm begging you to try. Okay. Thank you, Mai. Mai, are you ready? I just need a moment to prepare. What if we're wrong? What do you mean? What if the mask isn't the problem? What if we're making it worse? An old man told me that the mask didn't create the shadows, it only opens your vision to them. So are we doing the right thing? What if we're missing something? Are you losing your resolve? No, it's just Tanaka, the man who died, the one I was searching for. He always said, a what if isn't good. What if isn't good enough for a detective? I guess old habits die hard, and there's still so much I don't understand. And you never will. It's a matter of faith, child. ... Okay, I'm ready. Miko, please forgive me for leading you to those people and for what happened to you. I tried to save you. I tried. I pray you find peace. Grandma, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. As the ritual continued, I felt an overwhelming sadness. Like something had been ripped out of me that I would never find again. At that moment, the whispers of the mask turned into desperate pleading screams. I closed my eyes and hugged myself like a child, feeling at that moment utterly engulfed in fear. I closed my eyes and hugged myself like a child, feeling that moment utterly engulfed in fear. And down it goes. Then there was silence. When I opened my eyes, the mask was split in two. I knew at that moment Kazuki was dead, and had been all along. We all left the shrine in silence. I never returned. Nothing was quite right after that day. Reina's presence was gone, but I started to feel other things. The shadows began to take on new, fearful shapes. Oh, Tokyo began to change. Crime shot up, and the murder rate peaked at an all-time high that year. The police were so swamped with the wave of violence that they reinstated me as a homicide detective. The investigation into me was dropped entirely. I quit within 6 months. Just didn't have the stomach for it anymore, and after what happened to Kazuki, I could never focus. What if the ritual was a mistake? What if everything that happened since is all my fault? Sometimes I wake up at night wondering if the world of the dark was the truth, and now my life now is a dream, an afterimage after being exposed to a bright flash. I don't go out much these days. Did we make the right decision? Part of me thinks that getting rid of the mask was the best method, but, one can wonder. I can't bear to face the real world. Achievement unlocked. The end of the mask. And that's where it ends, apparently. A black and white screen. So what do you guys think? Did I make the right decision? Do you think there was any possibility of saving Takashi or Reina? Because despite everything, Reina felt like she was a victim in this, but she also did some really crazy things with Tanaka and everything else. Or was it all mirage? Was it all a dream? Was Detective Itō completely insane? How can one be sure what perception of reality is right? Oh, wow, there's more. Okay, maybe that's not the end. The Collector. Interesting, most interesting. You're nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. So it's the little old man and her. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. But the results? This cannot be. Not right at all. The mask? Rid from this world? I won't accept it. Why? What do you care? Shall I tell you the reason it bothers you so? Because you gained nothing from this truth. But make no mistake, it is a truth, another possibility. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, but all an aspect of the same visage nonetheless. A myriad interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Yes, all are truth, all grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral, and observe it long enough, and we may yet learn something. No, she is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There is only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. Coming? It must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn, so stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I asked her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance, then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see, the storm clouds approachingly, and though you can take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? Ah, no fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor you me when I tell you how things are. I suppose that's because we are one and the same. But what of her? All we can do is see, but eventually she will end up there. There is only one path which will hold the world together. What the fuck? With that, I'll see you guys next time.
From the secret shadows of dawn, there's a darkness to disguise. The simple thought I recognize. Can't you see their beauty?